Hey guys, this is Martin again from Surge Electronics, and today I'm going to show you a really cool feature that the CueServers from Interactive Technologies have, and that is the option to operate remotely via a wireless Wi-Fi system with an iPad. And the app that you want to download is called CuePad, and it's about $10 on the App Store. But this app will allow you to trigger off all your different scenes that you have pre-programmed on your CueServer. So the main components that you need to pull this off are going to be a Wi-Fi router. Obviously you're going to need some sort of CueServer, and this is actually compatible with all the CueServers. And then you're also going to need an iPad, okay? And as well as your DMX fixtures and all that. So basically what you want to do is you want to connect your Wi-Fi router to your CueServer, and you do that using a standard Cat5 cable. Once you've connected the two together using the LAN ports on the devices, then you want to make sure that you have your DMX out connected. The second thing you want to worry about is making sure that your CueServer is on the same IP range as your router. So, for example, if your default IP address on your router is like 192.168.1.1, you want to make sure that your router's within the same range. Usually, the last digits on the IP address, those are the ones you could vary a little bit. But as long as the first three are pretty much the same or are the same, then the last number will just vary, and that will actually have you within the same IP range. So then once you've got that set up and you have already pre-programmed some scenes and effects on your CueServer, and you have assigned different trigger buttons to trigger the different scenes, and I actually have a video about this that you can check out if you need to find out how to do that. So once you have all that preset, you want to go to your iPad and you want to open up the CuePad app, which is what I have already downloaded. And I already have some preset stuff here. So for example, I have like a stream, and you'll see there that it triggers the stream. And this is just like a live stream that I recorded from a DMX input. I have a blackout button, then I have like a solid red, and then I also have a blue. And actually I have a fade time set in between from color to color, which all of that could be edited. Also, I have a couple other ones. And I'll show you how to add buttons. So you go down here in the corner, and then this display will pop up, and you click on an empty space, and you can select the color of the button. Let's say we want it to be yellow or whatever, and let's just label it whatever you want. Right now we're just gonna label it test. Okay. Then you could select a function for that particular button. As far as function goes, we'll just do a button. And you could select which button. So if you already have pre-programmed buttons, like here, for example, we have button 1, which is red. We have blue, and we have green. So, and green was button number. That's number 4. So we'll select 4 over here. Okay, and then we could just create a custom indicator. It's not a really big deal to this, but. So once you've done that, you click down here again, and let's see if it works. So we go here, and you'll see that the new test setup that we did goes and triggers green, which is the button that we had pre-programmed. So, it's pretty simple, pretty easy. You just got to have the right components and configure everything correctly. But as long as you do that, you could operate 100% wirelessly your CueServer. There's also the CueTouch, which is another option, but we felt like this was a much easier option because you don't got to deal with like a third-party software or configuring something with a lot of mess. This is actually much simpler, much cleaner, and much easier to do. So, like I said, you could get set up this way pretty easily, pretty quickly. Just follow all the directions. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, go ahead and drop us a comment there in the YouTube comment box. Also, don't forget to subscribe and check out our website at surge-e.com. Thanks for watching.